It has been described as the quintessential barbecue shack, consistently winning top honors from loyal customers each and every year. So we decided to come on down to Andy Nelson's famous barbecue here off of York Road to see what all the fuss is about. Joining me now to talk a little bit more about the barbecue business is Andy Nelson Jr. Pleasure to speak with you.
Pleasure to see you, Yolanda.
So you guys have had rave reviews. I mean, we're talking about, the Baltimore Sun, Baltimore Magazine, City Paper. What is it about your pulled pork and hickory smoked beef that makes it so special?
Well, it starts with the wood. The wood makes it good. We use hickory logs, which is unusual in these parts. And with cooking it such a long time, the smoke flavor, the gases from the wood permeate the meat. And over time, it just falls apart and is tender and good at the same time.
And so you think that's the secret for a good barbecue?
It's one of them,
many. Yeah. We'll talk more about that in a second. I know you've got 3 sampler plates for us here. Sure do. Tell me about some of the offerings that you have.
So starting off here is a quarter dark chicken, dark meaning the thigh and the leg. And with it, and this has been seasoned and smoked. And with it we have collard greens. And our version of potato salad, which is unique.
Yes,
definitely
it is.
Not bland.
No, not at all. Spicy, nice kick to it.
And then cornbread.
Okay, next platter.
Over here is pulled pork barbecue, and it's cooked 17 hours with hickory wood. And then it's doused with Guy's pig dip, which is right here.
Okay.
And a guy, it happens to be, he was my grandfather.
And that's his own special recipe?
Right.
Okay.
That's correct.
And these are popular potato wedges or something?
They're baked, not fried, but the secret to them, we use our rib seasoning on them prior to cooking.
Excellent. And speaking of ribs,
that's a half slab of ribs there. It's St. Louis cut pork ribs, and these are wet. You can get them dry with a dry seasoning.
Okay.
And then barbecue beans with on the spicy side, and coleslaw to cool it all down.
Lots of good stuff. Now we should probably talk about how it all got started, because it's with your father, Andy Nelson Sr., who played for the Baltimore Colts back in the late 50s. How did he get started? Because it was around, what, 1980s that he said, hey, I'm going to do this barbecue stuff.
Yeah, it was 27 years ago at Valley View Farms.
Right.
And it was, a sense, a hobby. And it was on the weekend, and him and my mother would sell barbecue out of this little hut down there, and eventually mushroomed into all week, and then catering, and then we outgrew the hut.
And now you're over here. You've been here in this area for about the last 8 or 9 years, right?
Yeah.
But you've already outgrown this space. Talk to me about how you've made accommodations.
Well, there's 3 buildings now we occupy. We started off here in this one we're in, and next door it was a garage. It still is, essentially.
Yeah.
But we fixed it up, and you can sit down inside of it. And people do have parties in there at night. And then next door is our catering facility, which houses their offices, and then also all the catering equipment.
Okay.
Their trailers, trucks, spoons, knives, slicers, all kind of things.
Everything's over there. When you come inside here, you've got a well-oiled machine going. I mean, how long does it take for you to figure out the process? Because you serve, what, 1,000 to 2,000 pounds of pulled pork a week?
Yeah, and pork alone. And that is our most popular item.
And what's the preparation for that pork?
It comes in as full cut shoulders, which is a picnic and a Boston butt connected full cut. And we put them right on the cooker, usually around noon, and it just goes straight 17 hours, and we keep feeding the fire. And then after it comes off, it falls apart, and we discard the bones and all that, and then we douse it with this. Okay,
the pig dip.
Yeah,
stuff
it's mainly vinegar.
Mainly vinegar, and that's what makes it work.
Now, when you taste the pork, you won't get a vinegar right away. It sort of enhances the pork, and it kind of blends in, so it all marries together.
That's the one thing I haven't had. Do you worry about competition from other barbecue chains like a Famous Days or Tony Roma's? I mean, does that impact at all on your customer base?
Do we worry? Well, in a sense, we're always on guard. We're always working to improve. And every day my father's here, and he's a quality control man. And tasting stuff, and then we're all of us, my brother, me, and him. We're on top of that. We try to be.
Right.
It's not easy because there's a lot of moving parts in this place, as you saw.
And it's a lot of hard work. You were telling me you work 6 days a week.
Yeah, 6 days a week.
Give or take.
Yeah.
Day off on Sunday for rest. So just real quick, what's the future for you guys? You going to open up another Andy Nelson's barbecue?
Well, we're going to keep expanding on the catering side. Okay. And then hopefully we'll get into a franchise situation where we can, take it out.
Take it out to the rest of the country, maybe?
Well,
He's the start local, right?
as long as we can keep the quality and all that, you know.
Okay, that's important. Well, Andy Nelson, it was a pleasure speaking with you.
Yes.
Thank you so much. We appreciate it.
You're
And
welcome.
if you'd like to find out more information about Andy Nelson's barbecue, just log on to our website at npt.org and click on Your Money in Business. And of course, I'm not going to be going anywhere without my carryout right over here. I've got the beef brisket, which I hear is absolutely fabulous. And don't forget to try some of the sweet tea. Good stuff right here.